I remember as I peered across the greatest lake. Fierce winds knurled the shoreline. This was fear. Bitter cold drew smoke from the water. This was surrender. A lonely beam of light pierced clouds of armor. This was hope. A gentle breeze kissed the surface. This was and is her grace. Brilliant skies teemed warmth into my heart. This was and is her beauty and resilience. I don't often take risks because of fear. But I remember September of 2003, it was as if I had no choice. I was drawn to her from clear across the room. She was stunning. Honestly, with a halo above her head, the whole bit. Riddled with fear and insecurities, I planned my route to her and then to the exit. She seemed beyond my reach. The best I could hope for was a polite rejection, and then I would quickly flee. Was instead welcomed by her brilliant smile, her kindness, and her warmth. Though I do remember how hard it was for us to hear each other, entirely because her friend Michelle was brazenly standing between us. Somehow, some way, she actually gave me her real phone number. I felt as if I had just won the lottery. Overwhelmed with excitement, and then suddenly quite fearful again. So I thanked her and I fled before I could mess it up. Remember that some fool told me that I needed to wait 3 days before I could call her. This may have been the longest 3 days of my young life. After our first date, featuring hot dogs and Miller Lite. Exactly. I dropped her off at her place on Colfax. And then I sat there in my car at the curb, alone for a few minutes. I had just realized that she was the one. And I already knew that. Just a few weeks later, she told me that she was going to California for 2 weeks to be with her newborn cousin, Aiden. To me, this was not a good thing. To me, it definitely meant that she needed some space. Surely it was already over. Surely I was not her one. What is a young man to do in this desperate situation? But to relinquish his best closing move. In my case, a subtly romantic mix of jam band music. That's all I had. For the next few months, I was too afraid to say I love you, for fear of pushing her away. But finally, she said that she was in love with me. I cannot describe that feeling. It's just so good. Today, so unexpectedly, I am falling in love with her all over again. It feels so good. It's with this broken heart that I am reminded how fortunate I am to know her love. I remember our final cribbage game on September 5th. We played 531 games of cribbage since her diagnosis in October of 2021. This game was just a few days before another trip to Mayo. I shared with Crystal that her friend and mentor, Lisa, had lost her life to cancer that day. This one was especially hard for Crystal. In this moment, we allowed ourselves to think too far ahead, to explore our fears, and to attempt to sort through impossible decisions. To wade through all of this uncertainty was simply unbearable. Through her tears, she explained to me that she was both mentally and spiritually at peace and not in distress. That she was teaching her body to heal, not fight. That her heart was filled with love from all of you and for all of you, and without regret. That she stands on the neck of fear. It's the most aggressive language I have ever heard from Crystal. This is how she was when she last closed her eyes. Only we know this pain. Finally, not her. That's beautiful to me, somehow. Crystal chose joy throughout her life. We chose to find joy in every day. Instead of surrendering our lives to fear. In the darkness that followed her initial diagnosis, Crystal and I learned to find joy in playing music together. I played some chords on the guitar, but her soft and sweet voice simply stole the show. At some point in that darkness, I wrote a song but I never played it for her because I was afraid. I found the song in a notebook on Tuesday. I played it a few times to myself, and once for Charlie. It was a little pitchy, which is now the name of my band. I asked Charlie if he thought I should play it for this celebration. He first asked, "How many people will be there?" I guessed a few hundred. He said, "No way. You should not do that." But in these past few weeks, I have asked Charlie and Griffin to do the most impossible things. They have only responded with incredible courage and strength and love. So today, unfortunately, following Aiden, I must step on the neck of fear. And I assure you that I am terrified. You might be too. I'll do my best. I'm regretting not having Aiden do this for me. It was a good run. Thanks. The sunshine is better than mine. It's words I can't find. Just 'cause I can't see, don't mean I believe in nothing. Even though I can't see, I still believe in something. Crying out loud. It's too quiet again. Just 'cause I can't hear, don't mean I believe in nothing. Even though I can't hear, I still believe in something. so plain. All sunshine, no pain. Just 'cause I don't know, don't mean I believe in nothing. 'Cause I got you.